Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you tonight. Big one here. Tizzle said it best. Welcome into week 3. Absolutely. Now, Addison said, AB, don't get jealous. I'm sleeping on a Marriott mattress tonight. Hey, Bonvoy, Marriott, there you go right there. Solid play. There you go. Week 3, here we go. You're exactly right, man. We got a big one tonight. Got the Dolphins and the Bills, an AFC East showdown here. Bills on absolute fire, 2-0. The Dolphins 0-2. And, buddy, let me just tell you, 0-3 in the NFL. Well, you know what? It's what me and Tina like to refer as, it ain't good. All right? 0-3 is not where you want to be. So let me just tell you, the Dolphins have to win this game. Now, that doesn't mean that they do, but they really need to win this game, and especially it being an AFC East game. Oh, my goodness, man. Got to get it down. Matty Boy said, winning season is here. Who's got it better than us? Nobody. I love it, man. This is going to be a great show tonight. It's so good to see everybody here. I'm going to try to get to everybody in the chat. You guys are absolutely popping it off. John said, dude, NWI Tutty coming tonight, AB. Nick, Westbrook, Akine. And absolutely agree. Dude, watch out for NWI, man. John is absolutely right. Absolutely right. So good to see everybody. Look at Melanie Sue. Melanie, the minister of culture here at Drive the Line. For all the brand new folks, get to know Melanie. Very important around here. Nate G said, give me Chris Chambers. Going with CC. I like it. All right, let's jump into the game here. Keep dropping your first touchdown picks. Keep dropping all of your plays. And we're going to jump right in. All right. So let's see where we're at here. Yep. Dolphins, Bills. Dolphins plus 575 on the money line. Bills 12.5-point favorite. It is a massive favorite in the NFL. A total of 49.5. So, like I said, John said, Oma Vols. Hey, there you go right there. Look at that. Melanie said, had to show up for this game. And Melanie, I'm glad that you did, because Melanie, our resident Dolphins legend here. All right, I'm telling you, watch out for Miami tonight. Look, we all love Josh Allen. All right, even Dolphins fans. Who doesn't like Josh Allen? And the Bills are dope. But in life, beyond football, deadlines spur actions, okay? And we're going to find out where this team sits with this head coach, because I can tell you, I've worked in the NFL. I've been around sports my whole life. I understand the culture of it. The Dolphins could go one of two ways. They can either rally up, and they did last week. I know it was a tough game, but they did. They played their asses off. All right? Be careful. Now, the Bills, 12.5-point favorites, and they're that for a reason, because they're good, obviously. Breaking news, right? Let me go back to my newsroom days here. Run it. We got 2 sources. Go. No, man, look, the Bills are very good. And they're going to be favorites pretty much every week. Now, not this large, but I don't like spreads this big in divisional games. If the Dolphins show up, which I think that they do, they're going to score some points, man. Because I'll tell you what, if they don't, if the Dolphins throw up the ultimate dud tonight, I'll put. You want to make a bet? I'll make a bet with you. If the Dolphins throw up, I'm talking about a massive dud. If it looks like they just quit, that coach will be fired tomorrow. Watch. That's a fact. I don't know if anybody's saying it. I'll put it right here. But again, I don't think the Dolphins do that. These are professional athletes, and even still, if things aren't going well, buddy, your contracts, they ain't guaranteed either. You know what I'm saying? So professional athletes show up. But again, it's going to take an effort. But watch out, man. When you corner an animal, and I'm telling you, Tua Tagovailoa, he's not the biggest dude in the world, but he will literally give you everything he's got. Like, I super respect Tua. All right, so that's the game. Now, let's jump into it from a betting perspective, from a film perspective, all that. But before, as always, because I hate shows that hold it back to the end. Dude, we got to get these picks in quick. Let's go. All right. We got a lot of them, so let me roll through. Aubie said, AB, I'm watching Escape from New York. Home Alone? That's Home Alone 2, right? Dude, that one's great. Curtis, morning crew. Good to see you, buddy. All right. So I've got an interesting group of plays here. And real quick, if everyone could hit the like button, it would be massive. I swear to God, I won't ask you for anything else. But if you hit the like button, it would be huge. We had 1,000 people watching live on our last one. I'd like to do that again. YouTube will give us a boost, man. They love some DTL. So if you guys could hit like, that'd be great. If you're watching on your phone, just grab the screen, pull it down, hit like, pop it back up. I'll leave you alone after that. All right, back to the picks. So, look, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Now, I'm not saying that the Dolphins go out and just stomp the Bills, right? But I am saying that the key for them is time of possession. The key for the Dolphins tonight is time of possession because your best defense against Josh Allen is your offense. What do I mean by that? Josh Allen can't score when he's sitting his ass on the bench. You know what I'm saying? So if I were the Dolphins coaches, that's the first goal that I have. We need to convert drives, and we need the ball. Like let's set the tone, set the pace here. You can speed it up when you want to, and they will. You can slow it down when you want to, and they will. But you've got to be balanced, and you have to go into that plan, and you have to stick to it. You have to run the football even when it's difficult, right? You have to do it. This is a grit game for Miami, for real. If I were in this locker room, that's exactly what I'd be saying. You a man or not? That's it. Like, I'm putting everybody's heart on the line. This is going to be a hell of a game. I'm excited for this one, man. I think this is going to be big on prop bets. I think you're going to see it on both sides. I think you're going to see drives. So let me go through these, and we'll break down the game as we normally do. So, all right, Tyreek Hill, longest reception over 23.5 yards. Now, I don't know if I'm taking Tyreek for 70+, but I do think that he pops one. And if we only need to get over 23.5, I'm good with that. I'd much rather play Reek than have to, get 6 receptions, which, again, I don't hate. But with Reek on this one, I want to pop it. Like, I want to hit this one in one play and go. You know what I mean? Quick double up money. Let's ride. Dolphins, Bills, both 1+ rushing touchdown, plus 120. What am I missing here? Both of these teams are going to run the football in the red zone. Now, one quarterback will run more than the other, i.e. Josh Allen. But even still, James Cook is going to get his touches in this game. Devon is going to get his touches in this game. And they've got dudes behind him too. So, if you're going to give me that at plus 120, look, I got this at DraftKings. It's buried. All right? But game props, go get it. Plus 120. You could take passing if you want, right? Like, they have a passing one too. I think I'm pretty sure it's minus, right? But yeah. All right, next one. 2-point conversion attempt, plus 125. All right. You ever cornered a wild animal? Dude, you better be in an athletic stance because you don't know where it's going. Number one, we have a lot of raccoons, and they live off of anarchy, and I love them. But sometimes you have to get them out of the garage or the house. because they're insane. But you try to corner one, buddy, they're faster than you. And look, that's how I look at the Dolphins tonight. They're going to throw everything at the wall. This is it. You empty the playbook on this beast. You know what I'm saying? Because 0-3 historically is the electric chair. Shout out to that Raiders fan. Raiders going all the way, yo. End of quote. All right, 2-point conversion attempt. Now, what does that mean? We only need an attempt, and it counts for both teams. We don't need it to be successful. We just need an attempt. And between the Dolphins and the Bills, I think that this game goes into, Candyland insanity, right? Like, I think this is going to be an awesome game. Melanie, yeah, she knows what I'm talking about, the gym rope. End of quote. Yeah, that's what they love right before they turned on the juice. Maddie asked, what up, gang? Man, what up, big dog? Tina said, knock, knock, who's there? Owen who? 0-3. Tina, you're funny. Yeah, so a 2-point conversion attempt. That's all we need. That's all we need. Divisional game. Things could get wild. These two teams are known. They'll go for 2. They're not scared. I think we can get it. Plus 125. Let's go. Tua Tagovailoa. All right, so these bottom 4 plays are from the morning show. Melanie said, Tina. All right, so these bottom 4 plays are for the morning show. So if you saw it, these aren't new. But if you're new, then they're new. Tua Tagovailoa, over 237.5 passing yards. Win, loss, close, blowout. Like, I think in any type of game, we've got a great shot at this number. Great shot. And I'm pretty sure that it's gone. Like, I think it's like 242 now. Right? So even if the Dolphins are getting blown out, they're going to be throwing. And if they're up, that means that they were throwing. So I'm good with Tua. I'm also good with this next one. And you're going to have to put these two together. Feel free to mix and match on your parlays how you do. But I'm going to take Tua to throw a pick, and I'm going to pair that with James Cook to score a touchdown. Plus 140. Could be in the air, could be on the ground. Don't matter. Just get a Tua pick, James Cook touchdown, plus 140. Next one, Dolphins Bills over 3.5 field goals, plus 105. All right. Yeah, and Boogie said, make sure everybody knows on the both teams to score a 33-plus yard field goal. 7-1 in primetime games. Boogie, Tizzle, the crew's been riding this one, and they found it. Absolutely, yeah. So good call, Boog. All right, Dolphins Bills over 3.5 field goals, plus 105. Look, there we go. Oh, look at URL popped up first. What's up, CBS? I see you. You guys still have my bullhorn. My bullhorn is still at the CBS office. I need to go get that. Is it still there? Oh, that was fun. Screaming bets from parking lot garage. If you know, you know. All right, so over 3.5 field goals. Look, I think that it's a divisional game. And I think you're going to get field goals on both sides. I don't hate playing each field goal kicker over 1.5 and over 1.5. I get it. Legendary, my dog said, Dolphins plus 13. I feel you on that. Absolutely. We're going to talk more about that in a second. But I think you're onto something here. I really do. Drew, I'm riding with Mike and doing Dolphins team total over 9.5. Oh, I love that play. I agree. You talk about McClure? M squared? Yeah, I like that play a lot. Jinxie, AB, what do you think? Bills minus 150 score each quarter. You know, the 150 stinks, right? But the bet, I like the bet. Man, that minus 150 though, like even hitting it's like, is the risk worth it? But I like the bet though. You know what, man? I'll ride it with you. Like I'm in. What book did you get that at? The greatest bill of all time. That's a conversation right there. All right, over 3.5 field goals. That counts for both teams. Then finally, Josh Allen, 1 plus interception, plus 120. Look, I think same thing we were talking about offensively with the Dolphins of, hey, this is empty the playbook territory, which their coach is clearly not afraid to do that. I think it's the same thing on defense. I think you're running a lot of bait and switch type moves, right? I used to play cornerback. I get it, dude. I would be trying to bait you in, whether we're in man-to-man, whether we're in cover 0, cover 1, cover 2, cover 3, whether we're in a nickel, whether we're in a dime. Like, I'm trying to absolutely bait you. Watching your eyes, Josh Allen. Now, easier said than done, but I do think that Miami's going to try to – you got to try to do anything. So, anyways, all right, those are the picks. We'll throw those back up, but I want to get into the game. Thank you so much, every one of you that are here. Welcome in. All right, let's jump into it. Quarterbacks, Tua Tagovailoa versus Josh Allen. Both of them looking sharp. Got their Jostin school pictures right there. Tua, over under 244.5 passing yards. Josh Allen, 235.5 right there. So you see it. Like, we got it at 237. It's already jumped 244. It's still going. Pass attempts, 34.5 to Josh Allen's 29.5. So you can see a difference there. Completions, 24.5 for Tua. Josh, 20.5. Longest completion, 34.5 for Tua. 36.5 for Josh. Interception, minus 180 for Tua. Plus 140 for Josh Allen. So what sticks out to me first when I see this? Number one, the passing yards and attempts. So exactly the same thing that we're talking about. The books are betting on it too. Okay? That the Dolphins, this just everything you got. You know what I mean? And if you're up, that means you've already been throwing for a lot. And if you're down a lot, that means you're throwing the rest of the game. So the books are agreeing with us completely here. Completions, again, you see it. Josh Allen, if they're up, probably a lot more running the football. We're going to see the inverse here with the running backs here in a second. Longest completion, Josh Allen, 2 yards more, and then an interception. Clearly, you can see a big difference there. All right, now looking at running backs, we were just talking about it. Hey, how is this screen? Is this large enough? Can you guys read the numbers? If you can read the numbers, like, press 1. If you can't, write no. That was the worst poll options of all time. I'm sorry. Yeah, Matty boy, I'm telling you. Yes, bro. Tua. It was 231.5 this morning. It's at 244.5 now. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. Sports Run on Diesel. There we go, man. What's good, brother? Yeah. All right, perfect. Thank you, guys. All right, so I just want to make sure that the numbers, but you can still see that, it's not an AI show, right? Pat, but my eyes are getting old to me. There you go. I'll tell you what, pop that up there. How about that? All right. Devon, 55.5 over under rushing yards. James Cook, 72.5. Notice that difference. Japan, graphics look amazing. AB, best graphics in the game. Thanks, big bro. I appreciate you, man. It means a lot. Rush attempts. 12.5 for Devon, 15.5 for James Cook. So, again, the books, look, this is the perfect inverse right here, right? The books just believe that, yeah, the Bills, if they're up, will run the football more. Sports Runs Out Diesel said, don't forget to leave a like. Hey, absolutely. I'm telling you, it goes so far. Everybody, thank you so much that does that for real. Aubie says, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday. Having said that, the Dolphins have no chance going to get their ass kicked. Yeah, so take a look here, man. Like, this is what it looks like when a team's favored by 12.5, right? You just have way more opportunities. So if you're playing rushing props, I mean, I'm not saying they're not good on the Dolphins side. They are. Devon's a hell of a running back, right? But, books are just saying, hey, probably going to have more rushing opportunities on the Bills side. Anytime touchdown, plus 110, minus 175, and then plus 650 for 2 touchdowns for Devon, plus 300 for James Cook. John said, what up, Hoss? Hey, what up, big dog? Good to see you, boy. Matty Boy said, don't forget to drop your club first touchdown picks in the Discord. Absolutely. Absolutely make sure. John said the under's in play for sure. Yeah, I could go, excuse me. I could go either side on that. I don't know. But yeah. We'll talk more about that. I see where you're going, but I worry that this game could get crazy. Anyways, that's rushing. Now, taking a look here at the full list. We talked about Cook and Devon. Josh Allen over under 28.5 rushing yards. Ray Davis 26.5. Malik Washington 4.5. You look at rushing attempts. Josh Allen 6.5 is not a bad number here. Josh Allen's usually in the 8.5 category. Yeah. I didn't play it, but that's not bad. And remember, kneel downs count as rushing attempts as well. Jermaine, 50-point total on Thursday night, 22-10 to the under. Yeah. I mean, I could see it. Yeah, like there's definitely more pass to the under than the over tonight. I agree on that. All right, that's rushing. Let's get into receiving here. All right, so Tyreek Hill, Keon Coleman here. Tyreek Hill, 66.5 over under on receiving yards. Keon Coleman, 45.5. Big difference here in terms of receptions. Tyreek Hill, 5.5. Keon Coleman, 3.5. Longest reception, Tyreek's at 23.5. Keon Coleman's at 20.5. Anytime touchdown, plus 175 for Reek, plus 170 for Keon. 2 touchdowns, 1,300 for Reek, 1,200 for Keon Coleman. So the books are saying, I mean, look at the numbers, right? Like, this is where the books are tripping over their own feet. Both to get 1+ rushing touchdown, and the running backs are way heavily favored compared to receivers. Soldier, I laid the 12.5. Is that the worst ever? No. Statistically in the NFL, like 11 to 14 point favorites are like 70% against the spread the last like 30 years. Don't quote me on that, but it's something around there. It's something crazy high. No, you're not. No. Jeff, Miami has looked horrible in every aspect, but I'm laying out the spread unless one of our pros changes my mind. We'll talk about that because there's a problem in Miami, and it's not the offense. Well, they're not helping, but it's not the offense. Now, looking at receiving yards, Jalen Waddle, you can see up there 50.5. Under Tyreek, you've got Keon Coleman. We talked about him. A-Chain, 43.5. Pretty big number there. Khalil Shakir, 41.5. Dalton Kincaid, 34.5. Joshua Palmer, former Vol, 32.5. Former Charger wide receiver. Malik Washington, 25.5. Dawson Knox, 15.5. James Cook, 14.5. Dan says, AB, I'm a little late. Where did you find both teams score rushing touchdown? DraftKings. Go to game props and scroll down. And you'll see rushing, and you also see a passing as well. Receptions here. Jalen Waddle, 4.5. Khalil Shakir, 4.5. Dalton Kincaid, 3.5. Keon Coleman, 3.5. Again, we talked about that. Malik, 2.5. Joshua Palmer, 2.5. James Cook, 1.5. Dawson Knox. That Dawson Knox 1.5 is screaming to the over. Let me just tell you, I like that a lot. That Dawson Knox over 1.5 receptions is a good bet. That's a good solid bet right there. Jinxie, they took down score each quarter for the Bills. Nice. You got their attention, big bro. Great work, man. Great work. All right. Let's jump into parlays here. All right. So we're going to do, as we normally do, we'll do the Dolphins, and then we'll do the Bills. So I'll have 3 for each team. Look through them. We'll talk through them. Tell me which ones you like. So start at the bottom left, go up to the top, go to the bottom. So let's start with the Dolphins here. So the first one, Dolphins. I moved that number to plus 14.5. Okay? 14.5. Devon, anytime touchdown. Tua, 200+ passing yards, plus 238. That's Dolphins plus 14.5. You get 2 touchdowns and the hook, plus 238. All right, Dolphins. regular spread, plus 12.5. Tyreek Hill, anytime TD. And go to the other side, Josh Allen, anytime TD, plus 675. And then on the bottom, finally, Dolphins, plus 12.5. Tyreek Hill, anytime TD. Devon, anytime TD, plus 750. No Chill, good to see you, man. Everybody make sure to follow No Chill Sports. They are the best. Plus 238, safest. Yeah, I mean, I agree. That 14.5, like getting 2 touchdowns and the hook. And yeah, like we're just looking to cash what we can cash. You know what I mean? It's one more time. What's good, AB, my boy? Man, Juan, what is good, man? So good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. All right, those are the Dolphins side. Keep dropping them in. What you like? Let's jump to the Bills here. And all right, same deal. Now, here's the tough part. It is going to be difficult. And I bet a lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is going to be difficult to put together Bills parlays, right? Like, it's going to be asking a lot for not a lot of juice. Kevin said, hit that like button for the people's capper. AB, Kev. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, hit the like, man. I appreciate anybody that does that for you. It goes a long way. Matty Boy. I wish I had a name that AB sung every time. Matty Boy. All right. So, yeah, the Bills parlays are difficult. Keep them simple. All right. I'm just telling you. Bills took it down from 12.5 to 3.5. Got to eat the hook, but 3.5. James Cook, anytime TD. Josh Allen, anytime TD, plus 194. All right, number 2. Bills, minus 5.5. Josh Allen, anytime TD. Keon Coleman, anytime TD. Look, I know these are basic for the Bills, but be careful with Bills parlays because they're going to be asking a lot of you. You know what I'm saying? And then the bottom one, plus 675. Bills, minus 9.5. So taking it from 12.5 to 9.5. Getting it under 10, touchdown and field goal. James Cook, anytime TD. Khalil Shakir, anytime TD. John said, Josh Allen, A-Chain, anytime TD parlay. I like it. Drew, yeah, parlays in the Bills. You hope they hit everything by the 3rd. Agreed. Don't go chasing with the Bills tonight. It could be difficult. Matty, so hard to figure out who's going to feast in this Bills pass game. Agreed, right? So, look, let me explain my philosophy because it's exactly what you just said. When you have games like that, it's very difficult. You notice with the Eagles, I do the same thing. I limit my bets. And what I do is I look for drive enders. Let me explain something real quick. Okay? In football betting, whether it's college or the NFL, but way more the NFL because you just have more options. Okay? If you have games that are risky, all right, and this is a game that's risky because it can go a lot of different ways, including blowouts. And blowouts kill overs, not only in points, but they kill overs and props too, right? Bet, when you have a game like that, bet on things that end drives. Drive has to end some way. Touchdown, field goal, punt, missed field goal. You get the point. Out of everything in football, in life, drive enders have to happen. So you notice in games like this, I play field goals, right? Like I play props too, but drive enders, interceptions, right? Special teams are important in games like this. So if you're facing games where it gets real risky, dumb it down. Because somebody has to score touchdowns. You got 9 different people. I get it. However, who scores touchdowns for these teams? You know what I mean? So that's kind of the philosophy with these parlays with the Bills side tonight. So, Matty Ice, great call. And I hope that made sense. If it didn't, let me know. I am a known idiot. So, but yeah. All right. So those are parlays that we have. Now, let's break down the offenses and what you're going to see. We call this the no-fly zone, and we use it having fun to decide which quarterbacks are going to throw an interception. But in all actuality, you can use the film and these charts to understand the entire game of how this is going to break down, and it applies to every prop that you would play. Let's jump right into it. It's time for the no-fly zone. All right, so on the left here, the Bills' secondary rankings across the NFL. On the right, Tua, his passing chart last week versus the Patriots. So, the Bills. Short left, think of them in quadrants. Short left, short mid, short right, deep left, deep mid, deep right, okay? Short left, ranked 10th in the NFL so far. 21st, short mid, 9th, short right. You want to be a lower number, right? 9th in the NFL is better than 31st. Ranked first, deep left. 20th, deep mid. 12th, deep right. Okay? Now, this is Tua Tagovailoa in his passing chart film against the Patriots last week. Notice what he did. 26 of 32, 315 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Okay? So let me tell you, the Dolphins are 0-2. They looked like buns in week 1. They played their ass off last week. Okay? Didn't go well in the end, but they played their ass off. And I think that you can see some of that again tonight, and maybe even more. And that even still might not mean beating the Bills, right? However, the effort level, and that's the one thing I'm either concerned with or not with the Dolphins. They've got talent. It's your heart in it. And it was last week. But they got some defensive issues. However, with the offense, they look pretty good. Let me pull this up here. So, again, you see this passing attack for the Dolphins. It's going to be safe. Look at the 10-yard line and draw in. Green dots are completions, white dots, incompletions, red dots, interceptions, blue lines are touchdowns. You see the line of scrimmage right there. So, number one, take a look at the passing attack behind the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 passes behind the line of scrimmage. So notice the greens. That's 7 right there, completions. If you're playing Tua, right? That is a massive help. But notice the passing attack. 5 yards. Look at the 5-yard line. Look at the 10-yard line. This is an offense that runs safe. It runs short to begin with. It's kind of like starting a car in the winter. Right? You're going to see them start slow, and then they're just going to go. And if you look 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 on the sidelines there, that's 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards. Look, dude, Tua's launching 50-yard passes and completing them. Don't sleep on Tua tonight. But there are areas where you could get into trouble. Intermediate left, intermediate middle, and short right. Because let me tell you a little something that you already know, but you might not have noticed. Okay? Picture yourself as the quarterback getting the snap. You see the blue line of scrimmage, right? You are the quarterback. Imagine yourself standing there. Well, notice all those green dots and passes to the left. Normally, that's to the right. But you have a left-handed quarterback. So, flip your thought process of what we normally see. Quarterbacks that roll out to their right, throw with their body. All right? Well, Tua's throwing with his body, but to the other side of the field. Most passing attacks go to the right, or at least balance. You're going to see it left side heavy. So pay attention to the defense. Okay? Zone, man coverage, etc., etc. So, where's he going to get into trouble? Short right, throwing across his body in an emergency, and intermediate left because he feels a little too comfortable. Now, what I would tell Tua is this: own the clock. You have to own time of possession. You cannot let Josh Allen and the Bills run wild because they are actual buffaloes, and they will. And once they start going, you can't get them back in the pen, boy. All right? They play angry. Let them be angry on the bench. Short pass lullaby. What do I mean by that? Sounds like a country song. But what I mean is start slow, short pass game, put them to sleep, spread it around, okay? Get them on their heels, and then bam, hit them with it. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Dolphins take a big shot early. I would. The hell you got to lose? Get points, all right? Pre and post-snap offensive penalties. We're going to talk about this in a second. False starts and offensive holding. You have to cut it out. You are not good enough to deal with those penalties. You have to cut it out. NFLGP.com agrees. 37 emojis. All right. You know what? I respect it. They went with every emoji. All right. No offensive penalties. And offense, again, is your best defense. Because Josh Allen can't score when he's sitting on the bench watching you. Own the clock. Run the football. Right? Keep them all over the field. But 4 out of 5 starts to throw a pick for Tua. Switch it over to Josh Allen. Here's the problem for Miami. Look at secondary rankings. 25th in the NFL short left. 29th short mid. 19th short right. 30th deep left. 16th deep mid. 31st deep right. Josh Allen might have Thanksgiving on September 18th of 2025. If the Bills come out and want to throw, he can throw all over that ass tonight if they want to. That's the thing. Because look at last week versus the Jets. Here's the problem. Okay? And this is why I showed last week against the Jets and not week 1 where he went off. Because this is what a passing chart for the Bills looks like when they don't have to throw the football that much. And let me get a drink. You're facing the risk of this tonight. This is exactly why I bring this up. 14 to 25, 148 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Do you know what I call that? Losing your money. Because those numbers aren't getting anybody overs on props. Now, if you bet unders, good call. If you bet run game, good call. However, I'm not saying this happens. I am not saying. But here's the other thing, too. So what you could take away, and we've broken down the Bills once already this year. This chart, even though the quantity, the attempts amount isn't high, it's still the same offense. And this is what you need to know about this offense. The Bills are not the deep passing attack that they used to be. They still can do it time to time, and they will. But I'm not even talking about a 10-yard offense. This is a 5-yard passing attack offense. It is running the football and keeping it safe. Because when Josh Allen starts going crazy, all right, like it's Halloween and somebody just left a bucket of candy and only take one note, right? He can start getting a little greedy and start firing it out. So that's why they have a 5 yards and in passing attack. And remember what I just talked about? All right, with Tua, you notice the pass were all, on the left. Look, to the right, there you go. That's how most quarterbacks look. So you're going to see both sides of the field utilized heavily. It'll be nice. But with Josh Allen, this is the risk. Again, I didn't take the Bills minus 12.5. But if it's a blowout, this is what you're getting. However, if it's not a blowout, you could get Josh Allen 50 attempts, and I'm not kidding. So that's the risk. And no one but the good Lord knows which one you're going to get, right? But that's the risk. With Tua, that's the beautiful part. The other side, he's throwing. Whether they're up, whether they're down, whether they're tied, they're throwing the football because they don't have any other damn choice. And I don't care if the Dolphins are up 70. You can't stop. So, yeah. There you go. Now, Josh Allen, where can he get into trouble? Two areas. Deep, throwing across his body, all right, because he's usually on the run when he's doing that, or short in his wheelhouse because you can get a little lazy. And we put the same thing for Tua, right? So Tua definitely has higher opportunity to throw a pick. But Josh Allen can do it too. Workhorse run game. Have everybody running the football. Even Josh, but not too much. Limit it. Don't need to get Josh hurt. We need him to do other things. We pay running backs for that. All right. Warning. You are facing a cornered animal, both on offense and in defense. They have to win this game. Be careful. Creative blitz packages. Be careful of everything. I'm telling you, everything is on the table tonight for the Dolphins. Trick plays, onside kick, like everything. So for the Bills, pay attention to it. Be careful. Limit the offensive holding. Same thing that we said about Miami. Okay? Don't put yourself in bad spots in a blue-collar workday. Okay? Don't look at that minus 12 and a half. That's an NFL team. If you don't take them seriously, they go out and whoop your ass. Just go to work and be you. Run the football. Finish drives. Right? Put that thing away. That's what I would say. If I were on the Bills coaching staff, right? Speaking to Josh, say, hey, point spreads don't matter on the field to us, baby. Let's go. Go out there and hammer it. 3.5 stars for Josh Allen to throw a pick. But again, remember, this is a 5 yards and in offense. Okay. All right. Let's hit the picks again. And then let's jump into touchdowns. So here we go. Tyreek Hill, longest reception over 23.5 yards, minus 110. Dolphins, Bills, both to get 1+ rushing TG. Both to get 1+ rushing touchdown. So we need each team to score a rushing touchdown. 2-point conversion attempt plus 125. We don't need successful. We just need someone to attempt it. And it could be either team. Both in play for us. Tua Tagovailoa over 237.5 passing yards. That number's unfortunately gone, but even at 243, I still like it. They're going to be throwing. Tua, all right, here's 2-leg parlay. Tua, 1+ interception. James Cook touchdown, plus 140. Dolphins, Bills, over 3.5 field goals, plus 105. Josh Allen, 1+ interception, plus 120. So what I was speaking about, notice, drive enders, okay? 1+ rushing touchdown. That ends a drive. 2-point conversion attempt ends that. Passing yards, that's a prop. Interception ends a drive. Touchdown ends a drive. Field goals end a drive. Interception ends a drive. You see this? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, hey, it's going to work every time. It's not. But it does, though. Like, more times than not. When it's tough games, bet on drive enders. Because every drive, the only thing guaranteed in football is that every drive's got to come to an end. Right? One way or the other. And, on Thursday night games, I don't mind punts, Bubba. Hey, Michael Stout, speaking stout. Never fun, but Thursdays, under. You're right on that, bro. Michael, you're absolutely right. And look, again, that's why I bet drive enders, man. Touchdowns, field goals, interceptions. Some are positive, some are negative. But, yeah. And I don't know what the punt number is, probably 7.5. Brennan said AB needs a lava lamp in that background. Dude, I've got a red light too. Hold on. There we go. Should we go with the red? Should we keep the red on too? A lava lamp. Yeah. So, yeah, Michael, I agree with you. 100%, man. So, yeah. So those are the picks. There we go. Okay. So let's get to touchdowns. All right. So if you are new, first off, welcome in. Take a seat. Your fam. Let's go. Hawk said the red light district. Get a stripper pole. Roxanne. You ever played that drinking game? You have to take a drink every time they say Roxanne. Jesus. That is that's a lot of work. But Roxanne's a working. Okay, never mind. Sorry, we're not going to get into that. So YouTube doesn't kick us off. Okay, so touchdowns. If you are new here, we play a game. Every primetime game. And look, NFL 247-net.gov.edu. What emoji? Stop sign, football, time is running out, and you're entering a vortices. Or vertices. Hey, you've been listening to Art Bell. I feel you. Old Uncle Art. Okay, so RIP. All right. We play a game. You have to pick the first touchdown score, but it has to be at plus 1,000 or higher. Okay? Because for real, like, makes it more fun. Now, here's how we play. If you do, and Big Ron Sam saying, get out of here, bots. Big Sam spoke, baby. All right, so the way we play again, first touchdown score, but it has to be at plus 1,000 odds or more. Drop it in the chat or in the Discord or both. And if you hit it, welcome in the club, baby. All right, so here's who we've got so far that's in the club. Big Spitzer Kilgore, he's got one. Zach, he's in. Logs, he's in. Big Wayne, he's got two of them. Look at Wayne. I'm in. It's just me is in. NFL1.com. Red card penalty. All right. Big Brad Betts. It's just me is in. Big Dan Clark, DC. He's got two of them. Big Ian is in. Peggy is in. Big Mosh is in. Father Whale is in. My man, Big Marshall P is in. So drop yours in the chat. Like I said, for real. Everybody's in on this. You know what I'm saying? So drop them in. I'll get to you, and I'll go through yours on the screen here in just a second. Hey, let me try something else as well. Hold on. They told me that they fixed this thing where they show the chat on screen. There we go. All right. So let's try this here. All right. So you see it on the bottom right. Okay. Anyway, so these are everyone that is in the club. So drop those in. All right. I'll read them on air. But now there's a poll in the chat. That sounded like we have a problem. There's a poll in the yard, and we've got to get rid of it. No. Poll in the chat. Where did the Howie Schwab pick go? 1 second. Okay, chat summary. I got it. Okay, there we go. All right. Keon Coleman, plus 1,000, is the winner at 38%. Khalil Shakir at 34% was your second choice. All right. I've got to work on that chat thing because it's too small still. All right. So, yeah, the choice is Keon Coleman. The Howie Schwab Carew choice here. Now, where am I going? I'm going Reek, baby. Give me Tyreek Hill plus 1,400. I'm absolutely in for Reek going and with the Dolphins. You know what? I'm kind of pulling for craziness tonight. Yeah, give me Tyreek. NFL247.com. Getting in the mix. They want to get in the cell and fight a little bit. All right. Let's see. Where are you guys going? All right, hang tight. Let me back up to the start. Okay. Japan going Khalil Shakir, 1100. I like it. AP going Tua pick and James Cook. Ooh, nice. Plus 200. Beautiful. Liddy's going Keon Coleman. Justin's going Keon Coleman. Addison said, shut up, bots. Curtis is going Dawson Knox. Tizzle's going Bills defense. 3,000. All right. Matty Ice going Jalen Waddle there. I like it. All right. Big Spence. It's going Dalton Kincaid. Jason, my man, going Khalil Shakir. All right. 1,200 FanDuel. Matty Boy. Jalen Waddle, 1,900. I like that. Lil Al, my boy. What's up, man? Going Dalton Kincaid. I like that play, man. I like Kincaid's numbers, man. Turd Ferguson. That name is so good. Got to be a tight end because Miami can't cover them, right? Drew's going Waddle, 1,800. Justin, bots trying to get the club. I swear to God, if one of the bots figured out, like if it's AI learned and it started dropping TD picks, that would be awesome. I would shout them out. Like I would give them the free plug. So if anybody that's running bots is watching this, Waddle gang, I like it. Ian, I'm going Josh Palmer plus 1,400. I like that one, man. Palmer's a good dude. Big Wayne going Khalil Shakir, 1,400. Dan going Keon Coleman. There we go. No chill. AB, don't you have to? No, I think I only have one. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Most going Cheetah, going Tyreek Hill. I agree. I'm going Tyreek as well. TJ going Dalton Kincaid. Jeff's pick is that Jeff will never get one. Who you got, baby? That's the fun of this game, man. Big Ben going Coleman. All right, I like it. Big Jonathan, my man, what's up, bro? Yeah, Tyreek Hill. There we go. 1,400, nice number. I like it. Bills defense. Liddy said most was good. Big Brad bets 4+ point NFL favorites are 12-0 straight up this year and 64-7, 90% since week 13 last year. Good Lord. Brad, what a stat. We're going to need more. All right. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern here on Driving the Line. NFL stat of the day. I love it. That was a good stat. David, Tyreek Hill, 1,400. I love it. Ian posted on Discord this morning. There we go. Drew, Matty getting in the club tonight. You buy the champagne at me. Jonathan, yep, Tyreek, got your big boy. Love it. Michael Coleman has now dropped under 1,000. Jinxie said, and we're live. Coleman, Addison, you can get Mitchell Tinsley, 25-1. It's going Elijah Moore. I like that play. Double down going Kincaid. I like it here. Let me give everybody the respect, baby. The club channel. No chill. I'll take Knox, 2,200. I like that. Curtis, that number is unreal. Imagine getting Hill, 1,400. Like I know, right? It's insane. Like we've never been able to play Tyreek Hill in this game. Jeff going Dalton Kincaid. All right, there we go, big baby. I like it. Dalton Kincaid. Jeff, I think you're hitting it tonight. Big Ron's going Kincaid. I like it. Big Marshall going Kincaid, going for his second. Peggy's going Kincaid. I like it. Going for her second. Yeah, Tina, what's your pick? Let's go Rice. Big Adams going Dawson Knox, 2,500. You good? I got you, baby. CBS, look, I'll let the bots continue for another show if you let me come get my bullhorn in the office. I don't want to go to Harbor Freight and buy another one for $13. Prince going Bills defense. One more time. Going Davis, 1,900. All right. That's the bomb. What's good? Keon Coleman. Good call. Good call. Good call. Big Tim, Wright, and Palmer. Palmer pick. Wright for plus 5,500 goal line run. It's not bad. Crystal, I picked, but if my score, I think it'd be Nick Westbrook at Keeney. TD machine. You know he'd be absolutely. NWI. Nick Westbrook at Keeney is a touchdown machine. 100%. The host is such a. Hey, you know what? He bathed today. Got himself a good, shower. Cleaned up. No. You're a kind soul. Press 90%. Tell me Dolphins have a chance. Brad needs to sing us a first TD score song like he does soccer plays. Yeah, that's the move right there. Oh, dude. Big Elliott going Buffalo defense. All these bots. Give the man his bullhorn. My boy Hawk going Palmer, 1,400. I love it. Iceman Rice is up 7-3. There we go. Big David. Tyreek Hill. David, let's go, baby. Drew, off topic, AB. Where do you think Nico is going? I don't know. But I have no idea what team is going to mess with that. Like, it is, that family's all about money. I don't know where they're going to go. Like, that's a mess. That is a big mess. All around, That's a good question, man. Great question. Wayne, do a sprinkle on NWI just because I had to. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Okay. All right. Touchdowns. That's it. All right. We'll get out of here. Let you get on with it. Man, thank you all so much. I cannot thank you all enough. Like, for real. Y'all are the absolute best. Holler at me during the game if you need anything, but it's going to be a good one. Hopefully so. Hopefully it's a good game. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Cannot thank you enough for all the support you give DTL. It means the world. You are the best. All right, let's cash these tickets. Best of luck, and we will see you in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. Peace. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.